Welcome to the RJP Gold Group Business Overview. The following is intended to give you a summary of our business as well as a detailed description of the position for which you have expressed interest. We are using this method of communication to save time for both of us, but do feel free to contact us after you have completed your overview to ask questions and to get further information to conduct your own due diligence. Today's overview will be informational, so you can take your time reviewing the material free from any high-pressure sales tactics. As with any business opportunity, the results are up to you. This is an opportunity to acquire and manage your own business. This business is for doers, not quitters, for entrepreneurs, not worker bees, and for those that are truly hungry to be financially independent. Having said that, you will be in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Be prepared to create a sustainable, strong, six-figure income, which includes building a large and expanding business that can be passed on to your heirs. This is the opportunity you have been searching for. Sit back and relax. Your journey begins. Slide 1 is our interview agenda today. We're going to discuss the problem, our company, who we are, and how we think we can make a difference, and the solution. Currently, the world is headed for a financial meltdown because so many countries out there are printing money without any gold or silver backing their paper. This is called a fiat currency. No country has ever survived a fiat currency for very long, and it started, as far as I know, with the Roman Empire in the days of the Colosseum. They started it, and hundreds of countries have tried it since then, and not one has ever succeeded. So today we have economic problems resulting from just poor financial sense, currency speculation, money printing without economic basis. Debt is the name of the game today, and that only leads to potentially global hyperinflation. So we're going to talk about our company, who we are, how we can make a difference. And the true solution when you're having issues with currency is simply that each person has to take responsibility for your own finances. You need to start accumulating gold and silver, which is real money. When all is said and done, the more of that you have, the less likely you are to have issues with any type of currency problems that governments and individuals may inflict upon us. So what we want to do is we want to build wealth now. And if we do that now, over time, we're going to achieve financial freedom for the future. Slide 2 is retirement versus building wealth. It's labeled. And there's some startling facts recently mentioned in a PBS Frontline documentary. And it's called The Retirement Gamble. 50% of the Americans out there can't afford to save money for retirement. They're simply on food stamps, government welfare. They're either mentally or physically unable to create any income for themselves, and for those, we truly want to help them as best we can. I'm not really happy with those that are able to sit on the porch, draw a check, and do nothing, even if they are capable. I find that a little upsetting. So the other 50% of the people out there, they are capable, but and they have the money, but they choose not to prepare for retirement, and so they're running up credit card debt, buying the things that they want right now with no regard for the future. Truly, 5.8% of the people out there have an adequately funded retirement plan, which is pretty sad if you think about it. So a lot of retirees right now are still suffering from what happened in 2008 with the housing slump and the stock market crash. And so for them, I understand if you've really taken it a really hard hit, it takes a time to get back on your feet. So that just kind of gives us a shot of those people that are actually preparing for retirement. Now, here's something about retirement that I find very disturbing. If you have, over the last 5 decades, 50 years, invested in a 401k, $18 billion was paid to the Wall Street fat cats in the form of bonuses. So that means that 63% of your wealth that you put into your retirement for over the last 50 years has gone to someone else, leaving you 37% to actually live on. Now, I have to say that if you were age 20 and you're going into the corporate world and getting involved in a 401k, had they told you that, there's no one that would put one penny in it. It's just ridiculous. So on top of all of this, the United States is $18 trillion in debt. Half of that was created in the last 6.5 years, which is disturbing. And we are currently as a nation going $500 million a day in debt. Not a week, not a month, not a year, a day. So printing paper, a fiat currency with nothing back in it, no gold, no silver, it devalues our dollar. The more money they print, the less our dollar is worth. And so on a daily basis, when you look at this, it can only lead to economic collapse. There's no, how can you go $500 million a day in debt and think everything is going to be okay? Something is wrong with you. This is not an if situation that it's maybe, or hope so, maybe something like that. It's only a matter of when, and nobody knows the when. Is it 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years? We don't know. But if you're not preparing now for when it does crash, you're going to be like those people during the Great Depression. The ones that prepared, there were more millionaires made at that point in time than in any other time in history because some of them prepared. The rest of them put their head in the sand and said, oh, it's going to be all right, the government's going to fix it, and we ended up with the longest bread and soup lines in our nation's history. Now, something else that's coming down the road in October of this year, the IMF is going to, by all accounts, they're going to give China world currency reserve status. Now, what that means to us is, as a nation, we're 64% of the world currency reserve. This is a big, big deal. It means that other countries have to trade their currency in for dollars to go buy things, commodities like oil. It really is a big position to have. But when China, if they do get their world currency status in October, like I said, everybody thinks they're going to get it, that's going to further devalue the dollar. It's going to start its slide. And everything I've read says that between now and the next 10 years, they expect gold to hit $5,000 to $25,000 an ounce. So the more gold and silver you have accumulated, when those things start to happen, the better you're going to be prepared to weather whatever financial storm might come your way. We're going to be talking about slides 3, 4, 5, and 6 now. And the purchasing power of the US dollar is falling. There's no question about that. I'll give you some examples here. In 1913, the Federal Reserve was created, and at that time, it was a big deal. President Wilson said that it was the worst mistake he ever made. We literally turned over our currency and our economy to a bunch of bankers and private investors, which I don't understand why he couldn't figure that out. So we're going to talk about a little bit later in 1933 what President Franklin Delano Roosevelt did with the executive order to make it illegal to own gold. We're going to talk about that. Let's go back to 1913 real quick. Federal Reserve is created. If you haven't read the book, The Creature from Jekyll Island, I highly recommend that you read it. So in 1971, President Nixon closed the door on the gold window. We stopped having our paper backed by gold because a lot of countries were coming to America with their paper and saying, hey, give us your gold. And so he put an end to that. Now, here's what you have to understand. In the 1930s, an ounce of gold was $34.86 an ounce. And of course, paper and gold bought exactly the same amount of stuff. You could buy for $34.86, you could buy a brand new suit, a silk shirt, a tie, a brand new leather shoes, fill up your gas tank, go to the store and buy groceries. You could go out to eat to a nice restaurant, and you could go to a concert and still have money left over. That was the buying power of gold and paper at that time. Now let's fast forward to 2015. So with gold at $1,200 an ounce on average, you can still buy a brand new suit, silk shirt, tie, leather shoes, fill up your gas tank, buy groceries, go to the concerts and have a nice meal, and still have money left over. what can you really do with $34.86 in paper? You can't even fill up your gas tank. If you go to the movies, perhaps you could get 2 tickets, medium popcorn, and a drink if you're lucky. So the buying power has diminished. And in fact, if you had $100,000 worth of paper back in the 1930s, today it has the buying power of about $2,000. Consequently, though, if you had $100,000 worth of gold, it has the buying power of $4.5 million. Gold is real money. It keeps pace with inflation. It protects your wealth. If you don't have any, you are setting yourself up for those people during the 30s that ended up in the breadline. You must change your mindset and realize that paper is going to fail you. The purchasing power of the U.S. dollar continues to fall while the value and demand for gold rises. We have a monetary crisis, and the only thing that's going to fix it is to own currency grade gold, and that has always been the answer, and it has been for over 5,000 years. Now, according to Daniel Ameduri and Robert Kiyosaki, you'll want to do the following if you want to create wealth for yourself and financial independence. And the first thing is you want to pay yourself first. Be an aggressive saver, not of paper money, however. You want to acquire assets that appreciate in value, such as gold and silver. Real estate may not be a good buy right now, but if the world collapses, if the dollar collapses, real estate's going to be dirt cheap. It's going to be a good time to pick up some bargains and start some passive income. You're going to have to figure out how to decouple yourself from the system of debt. The 50% that we talked about earlier that could save but don't, they spend their money like it's going out of style, running up credit card debt and stuff. You'll ask any successful rich person, they will tell you that they manage their debt, are very keen about what, as a matter of fact, there's not an old saying, but a financial thought about using other people's money. Cash is king, they protect their wealth, and they manage debt. You must be in this camp if you want to succeed financially. And lastly, they try to build generational wealth. The Rockefellers, when they first started out, they revolutionized the old business, and so they became new money at that time. But over time, they've become old money. And so one of the things you want to realize is that if you want your family to become old money, then you have to create generational wealth. And one of the things, I think what our opportunity is going to show you, that all 4 of the things you see here, paying yourself first, acquiring assets, managing debt, and building generational wealth, is part of our business model, and you'll get to know that as you move forward. Now, President of Future Money Trends, Daniel Ameduri, and of course everybody probably knows who Robert Kiyosaki is. He wrote the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Their best advice is this: forget about retirement in the 401k system. Focus on building wealth, true wealth, silver, gold, real estate. Get into cash flow businesses, and this is probably the most important thing. Partner with others who can be part of your long-term wealth strategy. Don't hang with losers. Find people that are successful. Find a mentor. Work for free if you have to, but do things that are going to build your mind and your wealth, and so that you can become successful in the future. Our company is going to help you accomplish those things if you choose to come on board. Harold Size is the founder and visionary of Karatbars International. And his mission is to produce the highest quality gold available in the market, make it easily accessible to the masses of honest people around the world at a price point everyone can afford. His goal is that Karatbars should help millions find financial freedom from the current system of debt. And he's a great guy. We really like what he's done for the company. And I think because the company's only 4 years old, there's just so much growth that's coming our way that it's just going to be exciting. As I said earlier, Karatbars International is located in Stuttgart, Germany. And there's going to be some important things about the fact that we're offshore in a private company. I'll tell you about that in a minute. The mission of Karatbars is to sell gold worldwide. And so we're currently serving in 123 countries, We began operations in April of 2011. We're currently a debt-free company, and we specialize in the production of small transaction-friendly 24 karat 999.9 gold bullion bars in the 1 gram, 2.5 gram, or 5 gram size bars. Now, when he said that he wanted to make gold accessible to the masses, well, an ounce of gold is running about $1,200, so that takes out a large majority of the population of the world. But a gram is running about $60. So if you have a job, you're not homeless, you can afford to start creating and accumulating real money, real wealth. So when you do accumulate gold from Karat Bars, you have the option of holding it at Karat Bars for up to 12 months for free. You can ship it to yourself if you have a need for it right away. And after 12 months, if you need further storage, they do have paid storage of, options in Singapore and in Switzerland. Now, I mentioned that Karat Bars has some unique qualities that make it a one-of-a-kind opportunity. And the first one is that it's a private offshore company. So that means there's no social security number tied to your account when we create it for you over at Karat Bars. That means that the IRS cannot show up at a private company in a foreign country and say, we know that this individual has money or gold over here and we want it. Sorry, can't do it. And so even though they have that ability and power here in America, because we are no social security number tied to it, it's not a tax dodge, don't get me wrong. You should claim income. But creditors and the IRS cannot just come to your company, shut you down, take your money, and treat you like you're guilty until proven innocent. And that's the way they do business, Gestapo type of actions, which I'm not happy with. Hopefully the powers that be will put a check on their power and turn that around. If there's some impropriety, a person should be allowed to state their case in a court of law if necessary, whatever has to be done. The IRS can present their sides of it, and then the judge decides. That the IRS should not have the ability to just wipe out your bank account and then just cause you all that hate and discontent. That's just my personal opinion. So one of the other things I think is important is that you have to be invited to participate at Karat Bars. So what does that really mean? It means that if you're dealing with someone that you really are not happy with, or maybe they're obnoxious or difficult to work with, as you're going through the interview process, you can determine that you really can remove the opportunity. Just say that as graciously as you can, that you're just not really feel comfortable working with them, and that you wish them the best, and please look for some other opportunity. So the other thing is, let's say you've brought this opportunity to a business or an individual, and they take a look at it, think it's pretty good, and they say, well, give me a couple of days to think about it, which is totally normal. And so you do. And during that time, they run to Karat Bars and try to create an account and bypass you. Can't do it. And I really like the fact that I'm protected that way. And lastly, we get paid with a MasterCard. The MasterCards are funded on a Friday. If you've got commissions, bonus, or overrides due you've got your money on Saturday. So you literally can be anywhere in the world, get paid if you've got commissions coming, and as long as wherever you're at recognizes that MasterCard is a way to, they have those facilities available, then you're going to be able to pay for bills, go to the restaurant, get cash, and I think that's really awesome. Now, this is from Porter Stansberry on slide 11, and I think this is very interesting. It goes along with choosing who you're going to participate with. So he's just saying that be very selective. A guiding principle that he uses is that try to hire or work with people you respect and trust and admire. Only work with people that you want to be more like. There's something about them. Maybe they have some skill set that you want to learn. And it's never easy, especially when you're first meeting somebody, whether you want to work with them. Now, over time, all things are revealed. But it is critical, if you want to guarantee success, is to make sure that you work going to work feels like hanging out with your best friend. And to the best of your ability, try to accomplish that. So we are affiliate partners, independent contractors with sales affiliate agreements representing Karatbars International. We are not, and I do repeat, we are not offering you a direct employment with Karatbars International. It is important that you make that distinction. But because we are affiliate partners, we are authorized on behalf of the company to sponsor and train sales affiliates, and that was slide 12. Now on slide 13, I want to go over the fact that we are not an MLM. We are a direct marketing and sales company, and so how do we distinguish between those two? And the first thing I think is important is whenever you get involved with an MLM, they must almost always say it. Write down 100 of your closest friends and family, and that's where you're going to get your business started. And there's been many companies that have been very successful with that business model. But we felt like we would rather specialize in virtual marketing and build our business with strangers from the internet, simply because for a lot of people that well is pretty dry. You may have gone to them with multiple different business opportunities. You were all excited. You thought it was going to be the best thing since sliced bread, but it didn't work out. So it's just not a well that you can go to anymore. Now, technically, we don't really sell gold per se. What we really do as affiliate partners is we refer people to Karatbars to buy gold and to build businesses. And because they do all the heavy lifting, there's no license required by us, no products to buy and ship, no paperwork to keep track of. This is huge. If you've ever been in MLM, you know as well as I do, that is a big nightmare. Calling your direct, getting all the product you think you need, getting it out to the people who have ordered, and it's just logistically and paperwork nightmare. So we don't have to do any of that. Again, another thing is that most MLMs, if not all of them, require that you buy a certain amount of product every month, and they're generally consumables like lotions, potions, and pills. And if you don't have a certain amount of sales or a certain amount of product that you've bought to sell, you don't earn your commissions that month. That's a big deal. And a lot of times they make you start over. Now, we're not like that. If you have commissions that are due you and you didn't buy gold that month, but you're owed some money, you're still going to get paid. So that is a huge difference between us and MLMs. MLMs are almost always, I would imagine, want you to build a big team, and for good reason. But with us, team building is optional. We're going to show you some direct marketing techniques I think will be very exciting, and we'll get to that here just shortly in slides that are coming up. So a lot of times people want to go on the net and they want to figure out if a company is worth doing business with, whether they're a scam or something like that. And what you generally get is when you do a search like that, a review, you get on one side of the fence, you've got a lot of people that will say that this particular company, and I don't care what company you choose, it can be Microsoft, AT&T, GE, it doesn't matter. You're going to have a group of people on the right think that they're the second coming, and a group on the left think they're the devil themselves. So what we generally get is opinions, good and bad, not necessarily based on fact, but too often on emotions only. So what I want to do here is I want to bring to you what I feel makes Karatbars one of the best opportunities out there, because they've been vetted by the best in my mind. So the first thing I'm going to show you is that we have a licensing agreement with the Vatican. So let's put aside the religious aspects of the Vatican. Let's talk about their business acumen and just nail that down. First thing is that the Vatican is the smallest country in the world. They have their own bank, and they're a multi-billion-dollar-a-year business with connections in every government of the world probably, and then some. So they have the power, they have the money, they have the connections, and they have the desire to not work with any company that's going to ruin their reputation or put it into question in any way. You have to answer this question for yourself if you agree with me or not, but I think that's a strong endorsement just from a business side. Don't worry about the the political or the religious side, but from a business point, that is a huge company that is working with Karatbars International, and I'll show you the product in a minute. Number two is we have a licensing agreement with the U.S. Imaging Department, so the federal government. And that's because we build a particular product that has the Stars and Stripes, the Statue of Liberty, our eagle, and we actually have two cards like that. And so, again, you have a large entity that has the power, the ability, the desire to not just give a licenses agreement to just anybody. They're going to have to check out the company and make sure they're not going to be doing something, building some product that is going to bring some type of shame or embarrass us in some way. So another huge organization checking us out. Number three, we also have a MasterCard, not just any MasterCard, a private MasterCard. You cannot get our MasterCard unless you are a participant in the Karatbars adventure. Karatbars mines its own gold, has its own refinery, and produces its own product. This is not a hope so maybe fly-by-night company. Just any one of those three things is a huge operation. And as I said earlier in one of the other slides, we are debt-free. So we're a pretty good sized company, and we're doing a lot of great things. Number five, I'm going to go into greater detail about the LBMA, which is the London Bullion Market Association. And our company, our refinery, is on the good delivery list. This is no small thing. It takes a 3-year process to get your refinery on the good delivery list, and it's telling the world that you are producing the highest quality gold available on the planet. So when you take a look at these 5 different ways that we are vetted, I feel that we've done everything we can to show you that Karatbars is a legitimate company, that it is well-founded, well-grounded, and you can fully get invested in that company or connected with it and feel confident in your ability to do business and then for them to do what they say they're going to do. That's just my call on it. You have to make your own personal decision based on that. Now, this is our product. It is called a Karatbar, and I'm not going to go into detail about it just yet. I want to talk a little bit about buying gold online. The only advantage to buying gold online is that you can get it a little cheaper. But as soon as you do that, you fill out paperwork, including your Social Security number and things of this nature. So right at that moment, you have no longer any privacy. Now, we know what happened in 1933. Franklin Delano Roosevelt declared that you must turn in your gold bullion, your gold coin, and your gold certificates, but because he was blaming the American people for exasperating the problem of the Great Depression. Now think about that for a minute. He was blaming us for that because we were hoarding our gold. The operative word is our gold. We vote these people in office. We pay them with our taxes. They should not be allowed to come and take what is rightfully ours or cause us to get a product that we may or may not want. So with that in mind, you have to ask yourself, is it worth it to save a few bucks, but then in the future the same government that did it to us in the 1930s could come back and say, we're trillions of dollars in debt and we're going to have to confiscate your gold so we can pay it down. And so what difference does it make for you to accumulate wealth just to have somebody take it from you? It's not how much money you make, it's how much you keep. You ask any financial planner that, and that's probably pasted on their wall somewhere. So just keep that in mind. It really is that important. So Karatbars International, we do specialize in the production of small transaction-friendly gold bars. Why is this important? Well, think about it. Not only can the masses afford to buy them, but let's say we do have a financial meltdown, and let's say gold goes up 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and so it goes from $1,200 an ounce to $5,000 an ounce or more. Is that the type of coin or gold bullion you want to take to some store and try to get goods and services? You think you're going to get change? I don't think so. Well, let's take a look at a gram of gold running about $60. All right, let's say it goes up 2 or 3, 4, 5 times. All right, you're looking at $120 to maybe $300, something like that. Is that a better, more equitable gold bar that you could trade for goods and services and perhaps even get change from? Of course. So it's wise. It's a very affordable. There is no one that is working and not homeless that cannot afford to own gold. And if you're not accumulating gold and silver, something's wrong with you. If you know that the potential for a meltdown is coming, you cannot wait until it's here and say, I should have done that and it's too late. Don't be that person. So let's talk about our product further. There's another thing about buying gold online. Not only do you lose your privacy, but your gold broker is not going to pay you any commissions, bonuses, or overrides if you refer people to him. So we lose our privacy. We can't make money. There's absolutely no reason to go and buy gold online for those reasons, in my opinion. So now what I'm going to do on this slide is we're going to talk about the product, what Karatbars has done to protect the gold, what they've done to protect you from counterfeiting, and also what they have done to ensure that you're going to get a nice premium on your gold when you go to liquidate it in the future. So the first thing is, that is gold, 24 karat gold, is very soft metal, and we've embossed it with a custom Karatbars authenticity stamp right there in the gold, and we've also included a serial number. It is unique to each card. This card is about the size of a credit card, and you can see the gold right there in the middle. The card is laminated with a protective UV film on the front and the back, and it is so strong you can throw it in boiling water and nothing would happen to the gold or the card. That's strong. The first level of defense from counterfeiting is we insert a hologram into the card itself. So if somebody tries to peel it apart or take the gold out and slip in some tin or something, you're going to know right away that the card has been tampered with. Now what I'm going to show you next, no other company on the planet has. It is we have a coating on our gold that is a DNA material. We don't know if it's synthetic, animal or vegetable. They won't tell us, and for good reason. But we also have a tester that if you needed to know if that particular gold had our DNA on it, we have a tester for that, and I'll show you that on the next slide. So it is literally impossible to duplicate a DNA if you don't know the source code. And so it is just amazing, the technology that we have that nobody else has. Now, the third thing about buying gold online that I want you to consider is the fact that they will issue you a COA, Certificate of Authenticity, with your gold product, but it's a separate piece of paper. Paper can be lost, stolen, misplaced, destroyed. And so if that was to happen to you, and it's not likely that it would, but it could, then you are responsible for taking that gold to an assayer of some sort. They're going to have to determine its weight and its purity, reissue you another COA so that you can go liquidate your gold. Unfortunately, the money you spent for the assayer is going to be subtracted from the value of the gold. With us, we have eliminated that potential problem because we have our warranty of certification embedded right there in the card. As you can see, it even has the LBMA gold stamp, which we're going to talk about now. And the London Bullion Market Association is an international trade association representing the London market for gold bullion. This includes the majority of gold holding central banks, private sector investors, mining companies, producers, refiners, and fabricators. And here's the aha moment. Take note of this. The LBMA's main role is the publication of a good delivery list for gold and silver. You cannot get on this list just because you want to. You've got to prove, and this is a 3-year process with your refinery with no mistakes whatsoever. And if you can pass all those tests, you will get on that publication list. You will be able to put the LBMA gold on your card, and it tells the world you're producing the highest quality gold. Now you can take a look at our packaging. It is superior, bar none. There is no one that even comes close. And so because of the packaging, the protections against counterfeiting, and the fact that we're an LBMA approved refiner, you are going to get the highest premium on your gold when you go to sell it, and the person that buys it from you will get the same. It'll just go on and on and on. On this particular slide, you will see Herald size with a gram of gold. We've got the DNA tester there that you can check the gold with. But here's something I forgot to mention is we also have this arc of color on the card itself. You turn off the lights, put a black light on it, and you'll be able to see that mark. And that's just another level of security that nobody else has as well. So we just far surpassed any of the competition, and it should give you a lot of confidence not only with the gold that you're buying, but when you go to sell it as well. Now, this is on this slide 18, because we're fixing to talk about how we make money. I'm going to have to read this income disclaimer. It is a compliance order from Karatbar, so just bear with me on this. Every effort has been made to accurately represent Karatbar's marketing plan and its potential. All earnings or income examples will depend solely on the ideas, techniques, knowledge, skills, and time invested into your independent business. Karatbars does not guarantee any results or success level and is not responsible for any financial decisions you make in relation to promoting our products. Any and all income examples used by Karatbars or its affiliates are not to be considered average earnings. It is mutually agreed that Karatbars, its affiliated entities, principals, employees are in no way responsible for the success or failure of your business decisions relating to any information presented by our company products or services. And you agree to hold harmless Karatbars, its affiliated entities, principals, employees, and any other affiliates from and against any claim for damages, monetary or otherwise, or for any reason involving or arising from this program. That was slide 18. Now, on this particular slide, we're going to be talking about the compensation plans. There are 2 direct sales opportunities and 1 team building. So let's talk about direct sales. And basically, you're building a customer base. Each customer receives a free account. Their number or account is coded to you. So every time they make a private purchase 24/7, you're going to receive personal commissions. Commissions are automatically generated with each purchase. And at this level, which does not require any investment on your part, you can make from 0.5% to 6%. So you have personal commission and the uni-level bonus. You'll be able to read about that under the marketing plan that I will be able to send you later. So this is the you can also create residual lifetime income, because if you build a bit large and expanding customer base on referral and your marketing, then as they continue to buy gold over their lifetimes, that creates for you a repeat business and purchases and commissions. Now, the second level is direct sales number 2. It works exactly like the first one, except if you would desire to make higher commissions in the 5 to 20% level, then it does require small investment on your part. For $110, you will be getting the smallest business package there is. It's a bronze package. And so with that, let's move on and show you how we can make some money. So let's go to slide number 22. And you should see some customized cards. At the top, you'll see Pope Paul II. This is the licensing agreement that we have with the Vatican to produce this card. And it is a tribute to him as well as a collector card. They're only going to make a certain amount. So this might be one of those cards you wanted to, like a baseball card. You know, you want to have it, and if it goes up in value, more power to you. The one on the right is the Stars and Stripes. There is another one that they've created just recently, it seems. I just saw it for the first time just a few days ago. And this is the license agreement that we have with the U.S. Imaging Department and the federal government. All the rest of the cards are cards that you can pick up in your back office at any time. They're already built. You just order them. Karatbars shows you the congratulations, you have a new baby. You graduated from high school, something along those lines. Merry Christmas. And then at the bottom right hand corner is a prepper one, already built, ready to go. You just buy them at your leisure. Now, because the cards can be customized, they can be used for not only an individual but for a company. So let's take a look at that. We chose Mercedes-Benz as a company that we could customize a card for. And so let's just take a look at that. You can put the company name, logo and picture, contact information, advertising message, etc. And so with the Mercedes-Benz card, think about this for a second. Put yourself in this position. I'm the salesman. You've just bought your brand new Mercedes, and I hand you the keys to the car, and at the same time I hand you this card with a gram or 2.5 grams or 5 grams of gold on it. There's no doubt in my mind that as you got the keys and I handed you this card and told you all about it, you would be very excited about your buying experience. I think the psychological advantage of that is the person feels extremely good about the purchase. He feels good about your company. You've made him feel special. He's going to share that with others, which is free advertising for the company. And I think I almost can guarantee that when it comes time to upgrade that Mercedes 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, that they're going to come back to the same company that gave them gold. And what does a company want to do? They want their customers to have a very nice experience buying their product. They want them to show others and make others feel good about their company. Perhaps that would create some new business for them. And then more importantly, that same customer will come back to them and buy future products. This is repeat business. It doesn't get any better than that. And the cost is negligible. Easy for you to say, right? When it comes to getting the gram bar. So what does that really mean to you personally? Let's say you make this Mercedes-Benz dealer your customer, and let's say that they're small to medium dealership. They're selling 150 cars a month in this example. That's 1,800 customers a year. $108,000 worth of gold was purchased. At 20% commission, which is the highest commission level you can achieve, you personally would have made $21,600 in annual commission, just in commission from the gold that they bought. So about I don't know, 10 of these dealerships, and you're making $210,000 in residual income. That is not a bad income for just the direct sales. But there's another avenue that you can take advantage of, and it's called the gold savings plan. This is how it works. So let's talk about the 150 people that bought a car that month, 1,800 customers or prospects that year. And let's say that you offer them, you call them up or send them a letter, and you tell them about the gold savings plan. You invite them to the dealership, and you say something to the effect of, we know you're enjoying the car. We're definitely knowing that you're enjoying the gold, but here in that light, we'd like to share with you another opportunity with the gold, which is starting a gold savings plan. And that's nothing more than saving a gram of gold a week for a year or more. What would that mean to you if you could convince just 10%, that's 15 customers a month, to get involved in the gold savings plan? Well, that's 1 gram of gold per week, about $60. 180 times 52 equals 9,360 grams times 60, or $561,600 of gold that year. At 20%, you made an additional $112,320 in annual commission. And just add that up times 10 companies doing that, and you are rolling in some good dough. So this is a very lucrative way to get involved with Karat Bars in direct sales. And I just threw this in there. In a perfect world, when nobody ever stops buying gold, after 10 years, you're making $1,123,200 in annual commissions times 10. I think you accomplished any goal that you possibly want to monetary-wise. So remember in slide 23 that affiliate partners are not bound by our marketing ideas. We're just trying to give you a way that you could implement, get your entrepreneurial juices flowing, if you will. But you're free to select any type of marketing system, work with any business you want. These are just trying to help you see the potential of our business. There are 7 income options. We are not going to talk about all 7 of them today. That is including in your marketing plan. We are going to talk about the dual team bonus because we're about to start talking about how to do team building. And just remember that everything is explained. You can go into great detail on each of the 7 ways that we make money in the marketing plan that I will send you later. Now, something else to consider is that in slide, I think it's 24, if I'm not mistaken, you're going to see the Carrot Bars MasterCard. Remember that commissions are paid by direct deposit every Friday. It is private. It's a private card. It's offshore account, no social security number tied to it, and our card works wherever MasterCard is accepted. You can get your cash, pay bills, and the like. So now we're going to talk about building a team of sales affiliates. So sales affiliates can also receive bonuses for recruiting new sales affiliates, and this program is optional. It is not required. So what kind of income can the sales affiliate earn if they choose to build a sales team? That's slide 27. So let's take a look at this. There are 12 levels to success. There's a 12 levels to success strategy, and I'd like to talk about how it got started. And it started with a 12-week program, and I want to show you the simplicity of it and the power of it as well. When this was introduced, a little over 3 years ago, I'd imagine, it basically boiled down to this. Ask yourself this question. Do you know 2 people that would want to trade some of their paper money that is going losing value day by day? Would they want to trade some of their paper for real money gold? Do you know 2 people that might want to do that and start a gold savings plan? Of course you do. So the next question is, do you think those 2 that you know might know 2, or you might could help them find 2? And so that's a total of 6 people, isn't it? And they're all on the gold savings plan, and because they are, you are now done. That's how simple that system really was and is still creating financial independence even as we speak. So what we did was we said, well, that's a great strategy. How could we make it better? So the purpose of the 12 level strategy is to give you a structured plan for building a team of sales affiliates who will sell Carrot Bars Gold. As an affiliate or independent contractor of Carrot Bars International, this offer is made by us, the RJP Gold Group, and not Carrot Bars International. Nor does it reflect the views or requirements of Carrot Bars International as well. So this is how it works. The first thing is, it's based on teamwork. And let's say that you would like to build an income stream or even another business of some sort because you're either not happy where you're at, you need extra money. The reasons why people want to get involved in MLMs and our businesses like us is so varied. There are as many opinions as there are people. But let me ask you this. Think about this. You know you want to do it, but you spend 8-10 hours out on the job. You come home, you're exhausted. Your brain is on overload, and the last thing on your mind is calling somebody or trying to build a business. It's almost like working all day and going to college. I tried that at night, and I couldn't do it. I was already wore out. My brain was not in the learning mode. So imagine now, you know you need to do it, and then we come along and we say, look, how about we help you build this business? All the team that I have with me and above me, what if we, during the day, were building your business while you kept your regular job? So what you do with us would be part-time, but we would be working full-time to help you build people into your business. Now there's a requirement on your part. We're not going to do that for free. You've got to do your part or it does not work. And the first thing is you must invest in a business package. And we discussed this earlier. The smallest one is a bronze package. It's about $110. And the second step is you need to be in the process or goal-minded about sponsoring people. You have to run ads. You have to talk to people. You have to do whatever you can do to bring us people so we can do the interviews for you and help you build this team out. The other thing is that you are required to accumulate gold. We are forcing you to save money. With the Carrot Bars opportunity, we make money when people save money, not spend. So what we're looking for is for you to accumulate gold. Now, This is the goal, is to buy 1 carat bar per week, and that is for 12 weeks. And that is the ideal, because when everybody's doing that, we just perpetuate our business so much faster. But we also know that people are struggling financially. So what we're saying here is that we want you to buy a minimum of 1 carat bar per month. And then as your business grows, go ahead and up it to twice a month, 3 times a month, and then once a week until you accumulate your 12 grams. So, all right, so we're looking at, here you are, we've got your teammates above you, you're at work running, doing your normal job, you've run some ads, you forward them over to us, and we start working your business for you. And so we handle all the teaching them and all that good stuff. You've got 2 people in your business. This is week 1. We're gonna present this opportunity as if it's a perfect world and everybody's doing what they're supposed to do, and that's the only way we can present it, because it's just it would be too burdensome not to try to take into account all the different things that could prevent people from either sponsoring somebody or to buying a gram of gold. So bear with me on that. And let's say in the first week we sponsored 2 people. We found them, you found them, it doesn't matter. This is a team effort. We put them in your business. You didn't make any money that week, and so you take $60 of paper out of your wallet and you get a gram of gold, which is worth $60. Did you lose anything? No. You just traded one currency for another. The gram goes into your gold piggy bank, and so there you go. That's how the first week went down. Now, had you come in at a higher business package, which is not required, but if you did, and the 2 people you sponsored did as well, then the silver package would have produced $30 for each of these new people. You'd had $60 here, and of course your gold would have been free immediately. So we believe that saving is essential for financial success, especially in the business model that we have. And so we want to encourage all of our team members to be savers, and that was slide 30. So this is week 2. These results are not guaranteed. Actual results will be determined by the effort of you and your teammates. We're on slide 31, and that just goes without saying. But we're noticing that as you flip through the slides, that you have your teammates above you, yourself, you have the 2 people that you found, and now either you or us or they have found 2 more. So you're on level 2. We have a total of 6 people in your business, all with business packages, all agreeing to be on board with the running ads and finding people and buying their 1 gram of gold per week. And the old plan, the 12-week plan, this is where you would be done. You've got your 6 people. But if we're going to be building a business, why would we stop so soon? And it just doesn't make any sense. And that's where we came in and said, well, why don't we just keep taking it all the way down to the 12th level and see how that would work out. So in the second week, you made $24. You only had to take $36 out of your pocket for paper to equal the 60. You got your 2nd gram of gold. Rinse, wash, repeat. Now we're on slide 32, and everybody's sponsoring people. We got 14 people in your group. You're in week 3. You made $50. You had to take $10 additional out of your pocket to make the 60. You got your 3 grams of gold. In week 4 is the aha moment. And the reason that it is because now you have enough people in your group, 30 to be exact. You're now making $104 a week, and so your gold is free, and $44 is now put onto your MasterCard. And now I will tell you, this does not sound like a lot of money to some people, but to some people it is a lot of money. There are retirees right now that have to choose between paying the light bill, food, and medicine, and if they had an extra $4 a week, it would just mean the world to them. So don't underestimate your ability to change lives with this opportunity. Week 5, we're just going to go through the numbers now. And as you see, week 5 is to 11. Week 6 is now to $428 a week. And remember, in this scenario, everybody still has only the smallest business package, and they're only buying 1 gram a week. And I will tell you just straight up, once people start making this kind of money a week, They're not going to stay at the smallest business package. They're going to upgrade because they want to make the extra money that it brings, which you'll see in a minute. And on top of that, they're going to buy more gold than just 1 gram. So the bottom line is this: as this model continues to expand, the numbers that I'm showing you are very subdued, and so we're keeping it on the under promise and over deliver thought process. But realize that even at the smallest level, smallest business package, and only 1 gram of gold per week for each of these people, works out to huge numbers, more than you probably have ever made, and it's residual income because everybody's wanting to upgrade their package. They want to buy more gold. And so here we are at the 11th level. We're at $8,340 a week. And the truth of it is that there are people that have worked the 12-week plan and are making $50,000 to $100,000 a week. They've been at it about 3 years, I would imagine. So this process, this opportunity, is a 2 to 5 year process to make these kinds of numbers. But are you going to make these kinds of numbers in the job that you're doing now? Are you going to work that job for 30, 40, or 50 years and still be broke? Or would you rather work something 2 to 5 years and create these kinds of numbers and be financially independent? I think that's a rhetorical question, but each person has to answer it for themselves. And notice that as we build this team out, that everybody's making money at every level. That's huge to me. Now, the requirements, let's review. You have to invest in a business package. When you do that is up to you. We're not going to. This is a money-making opportunity. The quicker you get in, the better. But if you had to postpone it for a week or two or whatever because of your financial situation, we'll still be here. You just get your stuff together, go sell some stuff out of your garage, go to eBay, do whatever you got to do. Borrow the money, whatever it takes to get involved, and put your head down and get busy with this. The numbers are there. The model is there. It can be done. You just have to believe in it. Then you're going to be working at sponsoring 1 person per week. That's the goal. Okay, so is it going to happen every week? Maybe not. But are you going to be trying? I hope so, for your sake, because this is your business and you want to have as many people involved in the gold savings plan as possible. And lastly, do you really only want to accumulate 12 grams of gold? Really? I don't think so. I think you want to acquire 100 grams or more. And so that if and when the dollar does go belly up and you've got the right amount of gold and silver that you've accumulated before it happens, you will be one of the ones, like in the Great Depression, that turned into millionaires because they had prepared, and you won't be in a food line and you won't be in a soup line. I think that's a big deal. So where are you going to find these people? Craigslist is where we're finding most of our people, but there's people that are finding them on social media, the people that you know, your warm market. And then, of course, the question marks are those types of marketing plans we haven't even thought of yet. So the purpose of these slides is to demonstrate the concepts and strategies whereby you might build a profitable business. And whether this actually happens will depend on you and the performance of your teammates. I can guarantee you one thing, that if you don't start, it'll never happen. And I can guarantee you another. You start and quit, it's not going to happen. So you must put your head down, get busy, get thoughtful, and put out the energy it takes to accomplish this. And once you do, you will never look back. You'll have achieved financial independence. Is that worth 2 to 5 years of your time? I should think so. So our support system on slide 45 is sales affiliates or independent contractors. But as you can see, you won't be doing this alone, and that makes all the difference. Slide 46 is our next stop here, and we're going to be talking about the different business packages that Carrot Bars offers for each of us that we can start our business from. The very first one is the bronze package. It is $110, and it comes with 2 bonus cards and 2 discount cards. Now the bonus cards you can use personally. You can get a discount on the K Exchange Center. And if there's someone in your organization that is going to be upgrading to VIP, you can give them a bonus card and give them $100 off of the purchase to encourage them to go ahead and go VIP. You get 2 discount cards, so 3% discounts on buying gold. So you can use one personally, put it in your back office. It's a digital code. Don't get the bronze package that they ship to you. That's just an extra $18 you don't need to spend. And of course, the other card you can give away to a relative, a friend, or a business to encourage them to become your customer. I want you to notice the negative $400, and the reason that is there is to let you know that the company is not front loading these business packages. They're not making any money at all, and matter of fact, they're losing money. But what they are doing is giving you the tools to both sponsor individuals into your business, encourage them to upgrade to bigger packages, and also to get customers by offering them 3% discount on all the gold that they're going to buy for the next 12 months. Now notice that the commission level is 5%. At the smallest level that you could come into Carrot Bars, which was direct sales, you could get paid on the uni-level bonus and the commission level, and it was 0.5% to 6%. Well, when you put a little skin in the game, they're going to start you at 5% on the commission, but you also get access to the bonus cycle. So let me see if I can describe the bonus cycle. In the dual team bonus, you have a left side and a right side where your business is being developed. In the dual team, both sides must be active, and this is the way Carrot Bars does it. They assign a unit value to the sale of gold and business packages as opposed to a dollar or euro value. So, for example, the sale of a gram of gold is worth 1 unit, and the sale of a silver package, business package, is worth 20 units. So, follow this very carefully now. When the left side of your business or the right, it doesn't matter, reaches a level of sales of 50 units, and the opposing side reaches a level of sales of 25 units, that constitutes what is a bonus cycle. In this case, at the bronze level, you're going to make $13. Now remember, I showed you 12 levels of success where everybody was a bronze and nobody bought over 12 grams of gold, and you ended up making $14,000 a week at the 12th level. Now, what we're going to show you here is why staying at the bronze is not good business. As you upgrade, you're going to make much more money, and you'll be buying much more gold. But for this scenario, every time you cycle, you're going to make $13. Now, as your business starts to get large and starts to expand, you're going to cycle regardless of the business package that you have. But if you're in business to make money, you obviously want to make the most for the time that you're given, and as the business expands, you want to make more and more money. So, having said that, let's go look at the silver, and I'll show you an example here of why it's important to start at silver if you possibly can help it. The first thing is you're going to get a gram of gold. It's going to be FedEx to your house, so you've got product in your hand. You're going to get more of the bonus and discount cards, but you're also going to get marketing brochures. So now you've got product in your hand, you've got brochures, and you also have access to the PowerPoint. So with those tools, you can go out and do direct sales and be very successful at it. Now, here's an important issue. Your commission level has doubled to 10%, but more importantly, your bonus cycle has quadrupled to $54. Now let me show you what that really means. We'll go to the next slide here. Now notice at the bronze level, on the 7th level, bronze package at the 7th level, you're making $2,232 a week. You're not disappointed. You are a very happy person. But had you at some point along the way, say at the 4th, 5th, or 6th level, decided to upgrade to silver, or if you just came in as a silver, either way, when you reach the 7th level, you're not making $2,000 a week, you're making almost $9,000 a week. Now here's the main thing you need to know. If you start at the bronze and then you decide to upgrade to silver, you only pay the difference between the two. For in this case, it's just $200. So can you imagine holding back $200 when you reach the 7th level, and you would have been making $8,800 a week, and you were holding back just $200 to be able to do that? No, Nobody's going to do that. They all are going to upgrade to silver as quickly as possible, and then to gold, and then to VIP, because this is where we make the money. So keep that in mind. This is very important. Now, at the gold level, if you start there, they're going to send you 2 grams of gold, more of the discount and bonus cards and brochures. But your commission level is now quadruple, as I was, triple the bronze, and your bonus cycle is $81. Now, at the VIP, they send you 3 grams of gold, more of the same discount cards and brochures. But here's the key. Your commission level is at the highest level at 20%. That means if somebody bought a VIP underneath you, you'd make close to $400. And then the bonus cycle is not $13, it's $108, double the silver. So remember that the silver was at $8,800 at the 7th level. So if you were VIP, you just doubled that $8,008. We'll just call it $9,000 for easy math. You're very close to $18,000 a week. And that's with everybody else staying at the bronze, and you're the only VIP. So you already know the numbers that we showed you were very subdued. We're under-promising, over-delivering, because nobody's going to stay at the smaller packages as they make commissions and bonuses and overrides, and they're able to upgrade to silver and gold and so on. That's exactly what they're going to do. And remember, you only pay the difference between whatever package you have and the one that you're upgrading to. Very important stuff. Now here's some other costs that I want you to consider. The affiliate agreement is free, website is free, accounting support free, marketing support is free, and there's no annual renewal fee. So we are moved on to the next slide after the business packages, if you're wondering. Now we're off to the next slide after that. We specialize in virtual marketing using the internet and e-commerce. So you have to notice that we have websites and videos. All this becomes yours when you come on board. We're going to teach you how to use Craigslist. You do have a special landing page. You do get a website. And remember, as I showed you the cost a while ago, a lot of companies out there are going to charge you somewhere between $25 and $50 or more to give you a website and then maintain it. And so ours is free, and we're going to teach you how to do Craigslist for free. Special landing page is free. But this is what I want you to really take a hold of when it comes to this particular slide: your personal contacts. You just don't know who they may know that could catapult your business into the stratosphere. So if you're going to do this business, you need to believe in it, you need to talk about it, you need to share it. And the more you share, the more people are going to be excited about it as you are, and you're going to build your business. So let's review. Offshore private account, no social security number required. The dollar's in decline. The world is heading for a financial meltdown. It's only a matter of time. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Nobody knows that when, but it is coming. And you can't wait till it gets here and then decide, gee, I wish I would have prepared better. It's too late then. Gold is real money. Real money. It goes up in value. It protects your wealth. Just like the example I showed you in 1930s, $100,000 worth of gold has the buying power of $4.5 million today. So keep that in the back of your head when it comes to starting to accumulate your real money and develop some real wealth. We are a direct sales company, not MLM. We are completely vetted by the Vatican, the United States government, and MasterCard. Our gold is from an LBMA, a good delivery less refinery. Remember, the London Bullion Market Association puts the refineries through a 3-year test with no mistakes before they allow them to get on the good delivery list. We do create the highest grade gold there is, 24 karat, 999.9% pure, and we do sell it in the small transaction-friendly sizes, 1 gram, 2.5 gram, and 5 gram gold bars. Remember that you can use the customization of cards to promote your business, like through Mercedes-Benz. That is an excellent way to employ carat bars to make some money. We issue a private MasterCard. You have to have earned about 35 euros before you get issued the card, but it is a private card, no social security number tied to it, and it is only for those people who are members of Karatbars. Remember, there are 7 ways to make money. We talked about direct sales, the commission, uni-level bonus, and we talked about the dual team bonus. So when you get a chance, you can go into your email and look at the marketing plan and go as deep in the woods as you want to go to read about each one of the 7 ways that we make money. I think the most important thing that I want to share with you at this point is, if you are in the middle of working a 9-to-5 job, 8-to-4, whatever it is, you know you need to have more income streams, and you know the job that you're working is not going to take you to the 14,000 a week level and create residual income and financial independence. It's not going to happen. You got to admit that. You're going to work 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and at the end of that time, only 5.8% of the people out there are going to have an adequately funded retirement plan. If you don't get involved in something that has the potential to bring you to financial independence and bring your family along with you, creating generational wealth, you're in the wrong ballpark. So how do you justify the two? You got to pay the light bill. That's where we come in. We can help you build your business while you maintain the lights and the food and all that kind of stuff, and we will work with you to build this business to the level of comfort that you want it to go. And that's what we do. And so the question you have to ask yourself is, does this business strategy appeal to you? Is there something about selling gold that you want to be a part of? Can you think of another product that has a 5,000-year history? Gold was good then, it's good now, and it's going to be good 5,000 years in the future. End of story. So get on board, get busy. So our support system is based on the entire group working so that everyone is successful and no one is left behind. This is a formula that does work, and we are currently on slide 54. So we provide a comprehensive support system on slide 55, training, personal training, group training, videos, written webinars. Our marketing sales is a proven and successful free of charge. That's how we got you here. And you're going to have continued support, personal coaching, one-on-one guidance, continuing education, group meetings. You can do this thing, and in the beginning I want to warn you that it is a lot of information. There's a lot to learn, but there's a key to learning a big system. Just take it one bite at a time. It's the same way you eat an elephant, and if you relax in it, knowing that we are helping you all along the way, you will not be overwhelmed, and as you learn, you grow, and that's how you get good at this. It's just that simple. Some of the other incentive programs that are out there, I just want to go over that real quick with you. We're on Karatbars Incentive Program. That's the slide we're on. And 1, 2, and 3 are no longer in the system. They've taken that out just recently, and we don't know what they're going to put in place of it. We think it's going to be gold. But 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are all still part of the incentive program. And notice that it's based on the number of grams that your group has sold over the lifetime that you've been involved in Karatbars. So, for example, the gold watch is 25,000 grams, the BMW is 70,000, and so on and so forth. My personal favorite is the luxury villa. It is a $800,000 to $1 million luxury villa built anywhere you want in the world. I think that's a good goal. Besides, you're going to have something big enough, like a 3-car garage, to park all them cars in anyway. So if you have any final questions at this point, the best thing to do is get back with the person that gave you this overview and get your questions asked there. And if you still are having problems, just let me know. I'll be available through the person you spoke with. They'll have my contact information, my email, and my telephone number, and I'll be glad to help anyone out there that I can. So think about everything that you've seen. Do your due diligence. Do read and go through the different websites and the videos. And a couple of days from now, or however long that you think you need, whether it's a week or whatever, do think about this opportunity. And then when you do make a decision, if you do want to come on board, that's when you got to go 100%, 110%, no excuses, get her done, and you'll be glad that you did. Looking forward to working with each and every one of you. I'm Jerry Simons, and I appreciate you watching this video, and I wish every one of you great success. Take care, and good night.